Ganun ba?
Kamusta naman? Ang Pasko mo.
Ganun ba yun? Malamig talaga.
Malamig talaga. Mas malamig pa.
Kanina pa si Pawi.
Kanina pa.
Sports na kayo, please.
Sige, okay.
Salbahin ko na to.
Okay. Well, we got stunning PBA news on the show as the Terra Firma Jeep says Christian Standhardinger is retiring, plus the latest scores in the PBA Commissioner's Cup and the PBL All-Filipino Conference.
And we'll talk to Gilas Pilipinas rising star Carl Tamayo about the team's successful homestand in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers.
Back show today. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Tuncalaw.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves, Future moves, puts it up. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuffing another one. Bacunas rejecting Estevo for the
Well, looks like we've seen the last of Christian Standhardinger in the PBA. In a message to News 5, Terra Firma team governor Bobby Rosales says that the 35-year-old big man has informed the team of his retirement. Rosales points out C-Stand's contract will expire by the end of the year, and he has been informed of his obligations to the team. The Office of PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall has also been informed of the matter. After Terra Firma's loss converged yesterday, head coach Raymond Chonco revealed that the two-time best player of the conference has not been showing up in practice. C-Stan himself has yet to address the matter. This ends C-Stan's less than half a year stint with a Jeep after getting traded there from Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel last July.
C-Stan is one of the best players the PBA has seen in the past few years, but before taking his talents to Philippine soil, he began his professional career in Germany in 2006. Standhardinger played in the Pro A, the second-tier league of pro basketball in Germany, but it took him 10 years before winning a Most Valuable Player award in 2016. He also suited up in the Pro B, the third-tier pro hoop league in the European country. There, he won Most Improved Player and was named to the first team both in 2008. C-Stan also played in Germany's highest-level league, the Basketball Bundesliga, where he became an All-Star reserve in 2015. Then, in 2017, he was drafted first overall in the PBA by the San Miguel Beermen, where he would win 2 of his 4 championships. The other 2 he won with Barangay Ginebra San Miguel in 2022 and 2023. His 2023 Commissioner's Cup title was a big one for him as he was named Finals MVP for the first and only time in his PBA career. He also bagged 2 Best Player of the Conference awards, one as a member of the Northport Batang Pier in 2019 and another as a Jing King in 2023, both in the Governor's Cup. The Phil German also carries 2 All-Star and Defensive Team selections as well as 4 Mythical Team selections. As a member of Gilas Pilipinas, C-Stan was able to help the country win 3 gold medals in the 2017, 2019, and 2023 Southeast Asian Games.
Boy, I'll be missing the bulldozer, that's for sure. Meantime, updates now from the Commissioner's Cup as the Northport Batang Pier make a good first impression with a masterful win over the NLEX Road Warriors. The Batang Pier bucked a poor first quarter to eventually crush the Road Warriors here, 114-87. Northport just simply outclassed NLEX in the 2 middle quarters, 70-38, to enter the final frame with a commanding lead. Arvin Tolentino claiming Player of the Game honors with his 29 points on 10 for 17 shooting. G-League veteran Kadeem Jack was a major force as well for the Batang Pier as he finished with 25 points. Northport also held NLEX star Robert Bolick to a measly 3 points, his lowest scoring total since his rookie year. On the bright side, though, NLEX import Mike Watkins had a good showing. The 6'9" reinforcement posted 29 points in a losing cause.
The Magnolia Hotshots are taking on the Blackwater Bossing. It was neck and neck between both teams to start the game. Magnolia took an early lead but was quickly countered by Blackwater. In the second quarter, Calvin Abueva was stretched out from the court after absorbing an inadvertent elbow hit from Cedric Bearfield. Jerome Lastimosa also made his debut for the Hotshots. At the half, it's Magnolia holding a 9-point lead at 50-41.
More PBA action coming your way tomorrow as the Meralco Bolts open their Commissioner's Cup campaign when they take on the Phoenix Fuel Masters at 5 in the afternoon. The severely depleted Bolts will look to lean more on their import Akil Mitchell. That's because Meralco will be without several key guys like Alain Maliksi, CJ Cancino, Chris Banquero, and Brandon Bates, all due to their respective injuries. Yesterday's winners, the Converge Fiber Xers and Hong Kong Eastern, will face off at 7:30 p.m. Both matchups will take place at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium in Manila. But you can also catch the action live on PBA Rush, RPTV, and the Pilipinas Live app.
Make that back-to-back wins for the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells in the PVL. After earning their first franchise win, the Thunderbells rolled to their second victory with a sweep of the Galleries Tower High-Risers 25-22, 25-16, and 25-19. This is Zeus Coffee's first winning streak and first straight sets victory since joining the league earlier in the year. Chini Arroyo was hailed the player of the game after scoring 14 points built on 11 attacks, 1 block, and 2 service aces. Thea Gagate added 9 points on 6 kills and 3 rejections.
Happy ako kasi na-translate namin kung ano yung pinag-trainingan natin so far. So, hopefully lang tuloy yung transition and para makapalubo more wins. Yun yung personally goal ko din is makatulong talaga para makakuha ng manalo sa team namin. And although we're a new team, parang halos lahat kami puro bata. Just wanted to give a new energy for this conference.
She is living up to her expectations. Siyempre, masaya pagka meron ka ganyang teammate. Hopeful ka, may chance ka, may pag-asang manalo agad eh. So excited ka mag-practice, excited kang pumunta ng practice earlier. Kaya excited kang ayusin yung mga pinagagawa ni Coach kasi teammates mo, kumbaga, talagang kita mo may materyales, talagang kita mo may direksyon.
Meantime, Signal remains undefeated to start the PVL All-Filipino Conference. The HD Spikers closed out the Choco Mucho Flying Titans in 4 sets, 25-18, 25-18, 20-25, and 25-22. Despite faltering in the third set, Signal was back on the attack in the fourth, building a slim lead. Choco Mucho managed to tie the game at 18-all, but then Signal pushed ahead at match point before Dindin Santiago's down-the-line attack sailed wide. Jel Cayuna had a brilliant outing here for the HD Spikers, tallying 11 points and 16 excellent sets. The HD Spikers now move to the top of the team standings at 3-0, tied with the PLDT high-speed hitters.
Must-win games for the last semi-slot in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Tomorrow's doubleheader will take place at the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig. The Signal HD Spikers will take on the PGJC Navy Sea Lions in the first match at 4 p.m. The Sea Lions need to take down the HD Spikers to keep their semis hopes alive. Then at 6 p.m., it will be the Savoj Spin Doctors versus the Eco Oil LaSalle Green Oilers. A victory by Savoj, whether in straight sets or a 5-set win, will eliminate Eco Oil LaSalle from contention. This is regardless of the results of their final elimination round games on Sunday. A win for the Green Oilers, however, will create an even more intriguing scenario heading into the final day of eliminations. Games will air live on One Sports and One Sports Plus, as well as the Pilipinas Live app. Coming up, we've got Gilas Pilipinas forward Carl Tamayo joining us live from Korea. He'll talk to us about his recent stint with the national team and, of course, the upcoming UAAP semifinal matchup between his alma mater UP and UST. That and more when Play-by-Play returns.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play-by-Play only on One News. Gilas Pilipinas head coach Tim Cone is ecstatic about the national team's future after seeing the performances of his young players in the second window of the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. The trio of Carl Tamayo, KQ, Kevin Kiambao, and Mason Amos were used sparingly against New Zealand but were able to perform well against Hong Kong. Tamayo, in particular, was extra aggressive, notching a game-high 18 points, most of them in the second half, when Gilas pulled away for good. Tamayo also had 6 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. And here's Coach Tim talking about Tamayo's performance and why he's hard at him in practice.
You know, he got out, he hit a three-point shot, he went to the basket, he had a post up, he had an offensive rebound, that all scores, and that's what, you know, we're looking for our young guys. We want to use their total game. I get on Carl hard, as he knows, and trying to, we all come into the team with different habits, and so it's really trying to get us all on the same page and creating the same habits so we can all play together and read each other together.
And now joining us live to talk about Gilas' recent homestand, including his own breakout game against Hong Kong Chess, is none other than Gilas forward Carl Tamayo. And Carl is joining us via Zoom all the way from South Korea. Magandang gabi. Annyeonghaseyo, Carl. Maraming salamat, Carl, for joining us on the show.
Good evening po.
Thank you, thank you. Buti wala kayong laro. Carl, una sa lahat, congratulations. Big win. Na-sweep nyo yung second window against New Zealand Chess, which was a tough game, and then against Hong Kong, kung saan gumawa ka nga. Anong pakiramdam, Carl, na ito, at least nakahinga na ng maluwag ang Gilas, pasok na kayo sa Asia Cup?
Siyempre masaya kasi yun naman yung first goal ng team is to be able to be qualified sa FIBA Asia. But still, may 2 games pa kami na lalaruin and both away games. So, mas mahirap na challenge sa amin. Which is, nire-remind pa rin kami ni Coach Tim na dapat mapanalo pa rin namin yung 2 games namin kasi malaking bagay siya sa seeding sa FIBA Asia.
And then you had your best game yet in the Gilas uniform. 18 points, 6 rebounds. Yun na nga, as mentioned earlier, initially you were used sparingly and then you had your chance to shine. And nung pumasok ka na sa court, you made sure that you took full advantage of that chance.
Patikim pa nga lang ni Carl yun.
Patikim pa lang?
Patikim pa lang ni Carl yun.
So,
Siyempre, Gilas is a group of very talented players. So, if you have a chance to express your talent or to be able to help the team. So, yun lang yung ginawa ko na nabigyan ako ng chance to play, and-express ko lang yung paglalaro ko and thankful ako na maayos naman yung kinalabasan nung laro ko and I'm very happy sa performance sa team, hindi lang sa sarili ko.
Carl, I've known you since I think you were in high school, Coach Gold. Dahil mo nang pinagdaanan na coaches. Pero iba, Coach Gold, but Tim Cone is one of the legendary coaches ng Pilipinas. And binanggit nga ni Coach Tim na hard siya sa'yo. And you also mentioned na malaking bagay yung kaya ka nag-improve din is dahil kay Coach Tim, yung mentorship ni Coach Tim. So, kwento mo sa amin ni Cheska, kung paano klaseng mentor si Coach Tim, paano kanya pinahihirapan, paano yung pag-motivate niya sa'yo lalo na sa ensayo?
Kasi syempre, ibang sistema kami. And pagdating kay Coach Tim, may ibang approach din siya sa game na gusto niya matutunan ko. Isa doon is yung more relaxed sa game. Kasi minsan sobrang masyado akong agresibo pagdating sa laro na nafa-foul ko yung kalaban na dapat
Gigil.
hindi. Oo, medyo gigil talaga ako maglaro. Yun ang lagi nire-remind niya sa akin na alam mo, take it slow, be aggressive pero yung saktong nasa pwesto pa rin or nasa lugar pa rin pagiging agresibo ko. And yung being matured sa laro, when is kailan yung good shot, kailan yung bad shot. So yun yung lagi niyang nire-remind sa akin sa practice. So mahigpit talaga sa amin lalo na sa mga batang players na tulad lang Kevin, ako, Mason, Kai, mahigpit talaga sa amin. Lagi niya po kami nire-remind sa paglalaro namin.
and then syempre, it's one thing to be, watched over by your coach. It's a completely different thing yung mga relationships mo with the kuyas, the veterans. Sino-sino ang mga naging kuya sa'yo?
Sila Kuya Scotty, sila Kuya CJ, Kuya Junmar, yun yung lagi ko nakakasama, lagi nila ako nare-remind. Siyempre, yung experience na meron sila, malaking bagay sa akin kasi nasi-share nila sa akin. Sobrang blessed ko kasi di naman lahat ng batang player magkakaroon ng opportunity na makasama yung mga ganong klaseng player na tinutulungan ka nila to improve your game. So, yun, yung mga veterans, malaking bagay sa akin. Sila Kuya New, lalo na yung Kuya New.
Sakyan ko na yung tanong ni Chess dahil nga yung mga Kuya Chris Newsome, Kuya New, Scotty Thompson, Junmar. Dahil hindi nga kayo masyado, hindi ka masyado, ginamit ka pero konti lang sa New Zealand. Si KQ nga hindi, pati si Mason. Pero yung kumpiyansa mo, nandun pa rin, Carl, dahil mahirap yun. That's hard, syempre, di ba, alam mo naman yan, Carl, dahil sanay ka sa minutes. Pero ano yung sinabi sa'yo nung mga veterano yan, sina Kuya Scotty mo, sina Newsome, na just be ready whenever, ano ba yung sinasabi nila payo? Dahil, kumbaga, pagdating ng kumpiyansa mo sa Hong Kong, hindi ka, kumbaga, tinamad o nawalan ng gana. Kumbaga, laro ka lang.
Lagi lang sinasabi lang sa akin nila Kuya Scotty na maging ready ka lang. Kasi national team naman to eh. Hindi to yung, iba-ibang team namin na, na we demand minutes. Dito, pag binigyan ka ng chance, yun lang yung chance mo na, kung anong pwede mo may itulong mo na. Kasi kahit nasa bench ka, cheer mo yung teammates mo. Pag pinaglaro ka, anong kaya mo itulong mo. So, yun na, naging ready lang ako buong games, buong 2 game namin pag binigyan ako ng chance ni Coach Tim para makapagtulong sa team. naging ready lang ako. Lagi nila sinasabi sa amin yung bawat isa.
And then, Carl, you have, you get to experience things that not every player can. Sa career mo, yun na nga, playing overseas, playing for the national team, playing for different coaches, playing with different teammates. Sa buong experience mo as a player, paano mo masasabi, paano mo madedescribe yung naging journey mo and how it has shaped you as a player?
Iba-iba eh. Siyempre, college, ibang experience naranasan ko yun under Coach Gold. Alam naman ng lahat gaano ko close si Coach Gold since bata ako siya na nagturo sa akin mag-basketball. At hinubo ko bilang tao ni Coach Gold. So, pagdating ko sa overseas, iba rin yung sistema, iba yung kultura, iba yung game style. Pagdating ko sa national team, iba-ibang coaches din na daanan ko, si Coach Tab, Coach Chot, ngayon si Coach Tim. Iba-iba eh. Maraming bagay na natutunan ko. And blessed ako kasi, alam mo, may chance nga ako na matutunan to sa murang edad. And siguro yun yung malaking bagay kaya ako nandito sa position ko kasi I had those chance to experience yung mga bagay na ganun.
Carl, lipat tayo ng konti. Pag-usapan natin, UP fight, UP. Kasi alam ko, tuwing nandito ka, talaga nakasubaybay ka sa... Alam ko, lagi mong pinapanood ang UP, diba? So, pasok na naman sa Final Four. Obviously, napakalakas. Basta nandiyan si Coach Gold, malakas pa rin sina Maymay, si JD Kagulangan, sina Harold. Solid pa rin ang UP, but second seed sila at the end of the elims. Medyo up and down this season, this UAAP season. Pero anong masasabi mo overall sa pinakita ng UP so far? Dahil mabigat din ang kanilang mga kalaban, UST sa Final Four, although may twice to beat ang UP.
Siyempre, knowing Coach Gold, tingin ko prepare niya lahat ng players ngayon this upcoming Final Four. Alam ko napapanood ko yung UST, paano maglaro. So, sobrang confident yung team nila. Especially, ang tagal nila bago nakabalik sa Final Four. So, yung gutom nila, yung eagerness nila to win para makapasok sa finals is andyan. So, sa UP naman, syempre, pangapat na nilang season ngayon nasa Final Four. So, sana yung gutom, yung gusto pa rin nila manalo, andyan pa rin. Kasi hindi madaling kalaban yung UST. But knowing Coach Gold, knowing Maymay, knowing Jerry, Harold, I think veteran na sila, pang fourth year na nila. So hopefully, madala nila yung pagiging veteran nila sa Final Four and makuha nila yung panalo para makapabalik ulit sa championship.
Yon. Champion, UP?
Oo naman, siyempre.
Isang UP fight sa mga fans.
UP fight!
Yeah. Maraming salamat sa iyo.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Carla. Kamsamida, Sakake. At ingat ka dyan sa Korea.
Sobrang lamig nga daw ngayon.
Malamig dyan. Again!
That was Gilas forward Carl Tamayo. Thank you so much for joining us here on Play by Play. And now, the Adamson Soaring Falcons are well aware of the De La Salle Green Archers' dominance in the UAAP Season 87 men's basketball tournament. But the Falcons are up for the challenge. Adamson head coach Nash Racela says the team is grateful because they were able to advance to the Final Four despite being in a number of virtual knockout games. Adamson moved on to the semis after beating the UE Red Warriors in the playoff for the fourth spot last night. The Falcons were not particularly successful against the Archers during the elimination round, losing their two games by a total of 55 points. In both occasions, they had major problems offensively, shooting an average of 30.5% from the field. Here's Coach Nash talking about facing their Season 87 tormentors again in the Final Four on Saturday.
Well, the good thing about it is we don't have to bring it to the Final Four. No? We just leave it at that. So hopefully we give them a challenge, and hopefully I know these players, they'll be ready for it.
Pasal's main man, Kevin Kiambao, once again proves that he is the brightest star in UAAP men's basketball.
KQ is set to receive his second straight Most Valuable Player award. After pushing La Salle to the top seed, KQ leads all players with 81.36 stat points. behind averages of 16.6 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. The 23-year-old forward joins an elite club of back-to-back Lasallian MVPs, which includes Jun Limpot, Mark Telan, Don Aliado, and Ben Mbala. Kiambao's teammate Mike Phillips is right behind him with 74.9 SPs. Rounding out the top 5 are JD Kagulangan of the UP Maroons and foreign players Mohamed Konate of FEU and Precious Momoe of UE.
Meanwhile, in the women's division, Ateneo Blue Eagle KC De La Rosa also takes home her second straight MVP award after yet another dominant season. De La Rosa put up 22 points, 16 boards, and almost 4 blocks per game to collect a whopping 96.29 stat points. USC star Ken Pastrana and UP's Luna Ozar placed second and third in the race respectively. 2 more Blue Eagles made it to the top 5. Junice Calago and Sara Macanjula. Individual awards for both divisions will be handed out during the finals.
Over in the NBA, it's LeBron James and the Lakers versus Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs. That game and more when play-by-play returns.
You're still watching Play-by-Play only here on One News. Welcome back to the show. The LA Lakers are back in the win column. They put an end to their 3-game skid as they topped the San Antonio Spurs here, 119-101. Anthony Davis posting a solid double-double of 19 points and 14 rebounds, while LeBron James added another triple-double to his name, tallying 16 markers, 10 boards, and 11 assists. Victor Wembanyama tried to carry the Spurs with 20 points and 10 boards in the loss. This ends San Antonio's win streak at 4 games. The Lakers are now at 11 victories and 7 losses for the season. The Spurs are at 10-9.
Meantime, an electric matchup between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Golden State Warriors, even in the absence of Steph Curry. 2 of the best teams in the West traded haymakers and full runs, but in the end, OKC took the thriller 105-101. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander provided the heroics for the Thunder. He scored big buckets in the waning moments en route to a 35-point explosion. SGA came through after the Thunder saw their 19-point advantage shrink to just 1 point twice in the 4th period. Jonathan Kuminga tried to lead the Warriors in Curry's absence. Kuminga finished with 19 markers. Curry missed the match because of a sore knee. The Thunder are still number 1 in the West with 14 wins and 4 losses. The Dubs dropped to the 3rd spot with a 12-6 win-loss card.
Trae Young with a passing clinic as the Atlanta Hawks cooled down. The red-hot Cleveland Cavaliers. Ice Trae dished out a career-high 22 assists to go with 20 points in the Hawks' 135-124 victory. With a great ball movement, all 9 Hawks who saw action got a bucket, and 7 of them scored in double figures. Young's 22 dimes are also the most by anyone in a game this season, surpassing New Orleans Pelicans guard Elfrid Payton, who recently had 21. The Hawks improved their record to 8 wins and 11 losses. The Cavs still lead the league with 17 victories and just 2 defeats. We've got 11 more NBA games for you tonight.
Let's check out the scores. James Harden goes vintage with 43 points as the LA Clippers hand the Washington Wizards their 13th straight loss, 121-96. The Houston Rockets continue to soar behind 41 points from Jalen Green in their 122-115 victory over the Philadelphia 76ers. The Orlando Magic cruised to a 133-119 dub over the Chicago Bulls for their 4th straight win. Meanwhile, the Indiana Pacers overcome a sluggish first half to power past the Portland Trailblazers 121-114. Tyler plays the hero with crucial baskets and a clutch steal in the Miami Heat's 98-94 escape of the Charlotte Hornets. And the Dallas Mavericks win their 4th game without Luka Doncic as they take down the New York Knicks 129-114.
The Toronto Raptors spoil the return of DeJounte Murray as they roll past the hapless New Orleans Pelicans here 119-93. Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox both flirt with triple doubles, and the Sacramento Kings 115-104 win over the struggling Minnesota Timberwolves. The Memphis Grizzlies also grab a victory as they blow out the Detroit Pistons 131-111 for their 4th straight win. Nikola Jokic had his usual day at the office in the Denver Nuggets 122-103 rout of the Utah Jazz. And lastly, Tyrese Martin puts up a career-high 30 points as the injury-ridden Brooklyn Nets still beat the Phoenix Suns 127-117. Time for me to head back to the big screen, which is primarily my second home. Now, all NBA here in the highlight reel. Let's start with Wemby as he posts up the king. Take a look. Wemby, the youngin, against the legend. Woo! What a spin, baseline, and then the two-hander with finesse and power. It's the legend versus the future, and the future prevails. At least in this play, Wemby had a double-double, 20 points, 10 boards. But the Lake Show took the win 119-101. Then Tyler Hero living up to his name here. Take a look. First, he gets this go-ahead 3. Let's take a look first as the Heat execute with 30 to go in the 4th. Bang! 95-94. And then next play, LaMelo, the pass anticipated by Tyler Hero, basically securing the deal here for Miami. Whew! And Miami wins. Before losing to the Heat, though, Brandon Miller had his time to shine as he sends his tryout video for the Spikers turf. Look at him skying high for that kill block on Jaime Jaquez Jr. on the break. Basketball meets volleyball. Watch it again. Jaquez, no, sir, says Miller, at 21 points, 2 boards, 3 assists, a steal, and that denial in a losing effort. And I head back to you. No more time to ask you what's your favorite.
Well, before we go, here is something that definitely energized Filipino hoops fans today. Philadelphia 76ers rookie Jared McCain acknowledged his Asian heritage and revealed he is about 10% Filipino during a live stream video with his teammate Adem Bona. McCain is the 3rd active NBA player with Filipino roots, joining Utah Jazz guard Jordan Clarkson and Houston Rockets star Jalen Green.
Naman, kinilig lahat ng mga Pinoy. Kahit 5%, kahit 1% Pinoy yan. Uy, Philippines! Pinoy ka! That's nice though, Jared McCain acknowledging his 10% roots. That's all from us tonight. You can catch us again tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News at Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Tangkalaw. Thank you for watching. Good night.